You are, my friend, walking the royal street. It was, in the times of the Nasrid kings, the lower part of the Medina, or the city of the Alhambra, the Medina. To penetrate into the Medina is to penetrate into another world which is full of life, of bustle, and quite apart from the harmony and refinement of the palaces. It is in this lower part that the public buildings and houses were to be found. No romantic dreams of legends with mysterious sultanas, but reality, the hubbub of everyday life, and all of its obligations. You have just passed through the Puerta del Vino, the wine gate, one of the interior gates of the Alhambra. Had you been a trader in the times of the Nasrid dynasty, you would have been stopped here, for this is the place where the taxes were levied on all the merchandise entering the city, or Medina. The main street of the Medina began here. The chronicler, Ibn al-Hatib, tells that at this gate the body of Prince Pedro of Castile, who died at the Battle of Sierra Elvira on the 20th of February 1319, was laid out on its bier. Say that in this room were held prisoner two sisters who died for love. The truth, however, has little to do with this story, as the name comes from the two enormous slabs of marble which make up the floor, one on either side of the bowl. That does not mean that no one ever sighed of love in this marvelous cloister. In his novel, The Last Abencerraje, Chateaubriand tells a story of impossible love, which is very similar to that of the writer himself in this royal palace. Even in the most romantic details, listen.
Aben Hamet wrote, by the light of the moon, the name of Blanca in the marble-loved hall of the two sisters, and traced this name in Arabic script, so that the traveler should have one more mystery to solve in that palace of mysteries.
Did Chateaubriand and his loved one engrave their names intertwined on the walls of this hall? Even if it were true, do not seek them, my friend, for time will long have erased them. Those which have remained are the poems of Ibn Zamrak, singing its beauty. Many artists and archaeologists consider that this hall somehow synthesizes all the aesthetic ideal that prevails in the Alhambra. Order and harmony in the architecture, openings alternating with solid masses, the layout of the different elements, offering surprising perspective, and incredibly rich and elegant ornamentation. But the jewel is once more the magnificent dome of Mokarabeh. Ibn Zamrak, poet of the Alhambra, dedicates to it these delicate verses, which are immortalized in marble and in stucco in the form of beautiful decorations. Listen to this one about the white marble, a focus of light and coolness.
The smooth, clear marble lights black corners darkened by shadows. For so do they shine that they are pearls, you would say, despite their size.
Climb up to the high gardens. Climb up this Escalera del Agua, the water stairway, following once more in the footsteps of the sultans of yesteryear. For this is the fruit of Nasrid art and ingenuity. It has been modified, it is true, but its essence remains, the vegetation and the water. Does not this dome of trees seem majestic, lavishing on us its gift of shade, and the whisper of its leaves rocks gently by the breeze? But the water is the soul of this stairway. Water flows down the handrails and the steps, caressing them and making them streams of pure poetry. See once more this image of paradise, this ideal of beauty and simplicity in every Muslim garden. And, seated on this stairway, let us hear the great 20th century poet Juan Ramón Jiménez.
The music of the water I heard ever more and ever less at the same time. Less because it was no longer external, but rather it was intimately mine. The water was my blood, my life, and I heard the music of my life, and in the water, my blood ran.
And so, my friend, I shall leave you now to continue your walk through these magnificent gardens, full of roses, laurel, jasmine and myrtle, filling these beautiful spots with peace and loveliness that transport you to a world of romance, to a world of dreams.
Allahu Akbar, La ilaha illallah,